Hello everybody, today is June 4th, and this is the video for today. I'm not really sure what should I be talking about. I guess I will update you of what's happening into my store right now. As of today, in the past 3 days, I'm seeing losses. And this is a total assumption. I'm assuming the reason why I'm losing, and quite a few people actually, not few actually, just a couple, approached out to me and told me the same, that they are losing money right now on Facebook, and almost all the interest that they are using. Reason, and again, this is an assumption, reason for that, maybe it's because of the black movement, Black People Matter movement. This is a total assumption. It's because not a lot of people are actually on their phone buying, wanted to buy or do anything like that. It doesn't matter what interest you're in. It's just at the moment, US is not in the consumption, like not interested in buying things right now, and that shows on their purchasing behaviors. Right now I did few changes into my campaign to see if I can not recover, but mitigate the damage that it's going to happen right now in the next few days. And again, this is, if you're starting right now, I would say, or in the past few days, I would say you would be not seeing any profit or any interest that works because of what's happening in the US. Yeah, this is the wrong time to actually start. I don't recommend you to start right now, because it's not really the best time. I guess it's not that it's the best time or not the best time. It's just you won't have the right readings for the particular interests that you're testing. I mean, activities will be there. You'll see a lot of activities on these interests, but they won't be giving you the desired conversions that you're looking for. People will click in because they're interested in a product, but not necessarily buy, because that's not what's in their mind. Sorry, I'm yawning in front of you guys. So that's that. So I really don't know what should I be talking about right now for the next 30 minutes. Oh yeah, I still remember that that I promised an hour of talk, because I missed 2 days. You won't be having it for me today because first of all, I didn't have the time to do this one today. I was pushing myself to actually fit this video in today, and thanks to my wife, I was able to do so. So I guess now, lesson learned, Mohamed. I need to think of what can I be talking about today on every day before I come to you guys, before I waste my time here and just sitting in the camera and staring for it for 30 minutes. What do I want to explore today? I guess last time we talked about how close dropshipping into personal branding, and I'm thinking, and last time I think I shared my thought, is adding like a personal touch to it. One guy that I know, he's selling beer products, beer grooming products. Sorry, did I say beer product? Sorry, beer grooming products. He's a U.S. Army veteran. God bless him. He thought about that idea, but he was missing a. Like, I don't know if he's still interested in using his face in there or not. I think I'm gonna visit his website soon to see if he actually took the advice and put his face and started to talk about it as a way of taking care of his grooming and all of that. But like, I think your again, comes back to you choosing your product. I think you need to choose a product that is part of your lifestyle. Because, or not necessarily a part of your lifestyle, but it's part of your life every day. Like, for example, if you're into, like, oh man, the Kobe picture. I mean, I really admire Kobe. Rest in peace. But like, I really hate. This is something in me. This is me personally. I just hate the matter of fact of this website just selling. I mean, it's a great Kobe art, but it's all over the Chinese market, and you can get it like for $20, and he's charging like 150 for it. Sorry, that doesn't fit with me, right? Like, if you're gonna use Kobe name to actually make the money, I mean, go fuck yourself. It's like a website like that. I don't know. It just doesn't sit right. Like, if you want to use someone's name about it, I mean, I'm pretty sure at some point he's gonna go down because he doesn't have the right to do it. It's one of those, I guess, trademarks that you can't really cross. But whoever thought about that is just an idiot. First of all, idiot, a person with no sense of respect. Oh, man, anyway. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, if, let's say you are into MMA, you're just gonna, and you're like following MMA and do all of that, and talking about MMA all day long, like what I'm doing right now, like talking about dropshipping all day long. I can technically build out something out of the dropshipping I'm doing. I can literally maybe sell books or not necessarily books, but like empty books, not like a book about teaching you something. No, it's like just a book for you to write on, like a notebook. There you go. That's a better word for it. Sorry, when we've been taught what's a book is a book to write on. A book is not a book to read. Anyway, but you know my point. It's a notebook, or maybe a pencils, or whatever. But like the product that you are actually selling, it's related to what you are actually talking about, what you're interested in. So, for example, my wife is interested in dolls. If she sells the dolls, that's not an issue. That's her interest. It's like she knows the people who are talking about. I mean, if like the veteran Army U.S. veteran I talked about, he's into, after he finished his service, he's into beer grooming, and that's what he did. Is like he starts selling beer grooming, and at the same time talking about it, educating people about it, how to groom their hair properly. At the beginning he wasn't, but now he is now vested in actually teaching people how to properly groom their hair, and he doesn't use any other products but the products in his website. So that's that. Sorry about that, I dropped my thing. So yeah, so for me, I think it's that way is right. And recently I'm getting like this idea in my head. I mean, if a person is actually into what he's doing, like if he's, let's say, trying to lose weight. I definitely do need to lose weight. Let's say he's into weight loss, which is really the bad example, because you can't technically sell. Well, you can technically sell it, but it's a little bit hard to approach it in the Facebook marketing. Or clothes of particular, like a sport clothes and whatever, right? You're be considered a person who's into sport, like leggings, for example. You're into leggings. Eye watches or bands or whatever. You're like into iPhone, what do you call it? iPhone and Apple in general products. So I guess this is what I'm trying to feel for when I'm talking about dropshipping. I mean, dropshipping by itself is just the definition of selling a product, but a product to me is almost, it needs a face. And don't get me wrong, like a face, or this is what I think. Branding for any particular product to have your own logo and all of that, that's nice. But eventually I think it's gonna saturate. I think at least it's gonna saturate. I think this is what happened. What happened is people start doing dropshipping. Oh, this is actually interesting now that I think about. Do you remember the 80s when MLM came out? Multi-level marketing, Amway, all of those guys. Now, in the old days, MLM was like the jig. It was like the thing that actually everybody believed in and everybody was into. Again, I was a kid at that time. I wasn't even in Canada yet. I think I was still in my mom's somewhere in the genes. I'm still not even there. But nevertheless, I digress. MLM, when it came out, it was a good rep. It had a good rep. I mean, Zig Ziglar was talking about it. Robert Kiyosaki was into it. Well, eventually he got into it. Like a lot of people start talking about it, and until today they actually go and teach people or motivate people about it. Even Brian Tracy, for that matter, they still push for it. It's not that they don't, but eventually, by time, it became a stigma. Like everybody's saying that, oh, it's a pyramid scheme. It's this, it's that, it's this. And at that time, when it was coming out recently, nobody needs to justify to you what does it do. Now, dropshipping is now on the same stage right now. It's in the beginning stages. And thanks to Corona, it's actually getting the noticeability that it's deserved. The issue is that now everybody is now thinking of doing dropshipping. And this is not only US or Canada or North America. No, this is like worldwide. Like everybody is actually trying to figure it out. And for some reason, I'm having a lot of Moroccan in my in my chat. Like a lot of Moroccan on my chat. So eventually, the general public caught up with MLM, and they started, oh, MLM doesn't work. MLM, it's not that it doesn't work. It's just, regulations came in and start doing its thing, and Not necessarily some of the MLMs are good, some of the MLMs are bad. There were about bad apples, more bad apples than there were good apples, so it became a bad rep. It gave out a bad rep. But I digress. But I'm just saying, like, right now, dropshipping is in the same first state. Oh yeah, what's his name? Culver. Mr. Culver. I don't remember Calvert. I think yes, Mr. Calvert. He described MLM. It went through what we call 3 stages. A discovery stage, I think, and then a revolution, and then like it dies out. I don't remember what was the last one, but once at the beginning comes in, that there will be like the messengers of this particular movement, and then the revolution will come out of this particular movement, and then eventually it will die out. Well, not die out, but like eventually people will get caught up to it, and slowly comes down. Right now, I think dropshipping is in the stage of the messengers. There's the messengers right now, and because of the corona and the 2020 issues and corona and whatever, everybody at home, everybody's exploring things. Revolution is going to come out probably this year or the next year. When I say revolution, I mean a lot of people actually trying dropshipping. Now, in dropshipping, when we go into it, a lot of people started with, at the beginning stages, as far as my own knowledge, at the beginning stages, they started, and please do correct me if I'm wrong, they started with promoting Walmart stores. We call them general stores. And then eventually people caught up into the idea of, hey, one item store. And then from one item store, they came up to branding stores. And then now it's no longer going to be branding, because the public would get caught up to it. And what's going to happen is it's going to be the face of the business. People will trust now the face of the business. They won't trust the branding. And by the way, big companies are doing it right now. Big companies are actually doing it right now. They no longer do count on quote unquote branding, because branding doesn't work anymore. There is no branding. I remember 5 years ago, I went to a real estate, I thought it was a real estate course. Me and my wife, at the time she was my girlfriend, we went to a course for Aaron, I don't remember his name, the last name again, I'm not really good with names. Aaron something. It was in Toronto. It was on the Viewpoints Hotel or something like that. And he had, one of his mentors was actually a dropshipper. And he was selling ties. And I realized this 5 years down the road. It's like literally recently. It's 2020 and 2019. I realized that he was dropshipping in front of our asses. A product that he buys for like less than like $5. He was selling ties, ladies and gentlemen. He was selling ties. And Aaron was listening to him in terms of marketing and all of that. But nevertheless, he was brand marketing, and he was using his own name or his own face to actually sell the products. He's not really using anybody else. So you could have the business, and you can have your face on another Instagram or a Facebook page, and you talk about the things that are actually matter to you, and then people will go to your website and check it out. Check out, what are you at about? What are you talking about? So this, for me, this is really cool, because all you need to do now is just creating content. This is actually, to me, like, I'm seeing like the next revolution of, or I'm seeing the next step where dropshipping should be going. And not a lot of people will actually do it, because a lot of people are just interested in flipping the money. That's not it. That's not about flipping the money. That's why I don't like ecom hunt. I don't like any of those videos that tells you, hey, this is the next drop shipping product that you need to go and get. No, I don't like that, because to me, I mean, it's a way for you to find a product, and it's a way for you to actually try to go into dropshipping. It's a nice way, but to me, if you are actually spending time, money, effort, and the intellectual, emotional, and stressful life into it, I think you should actually consider it as part of your lifestyle. And I haven't actually approached this like into a lot of people. Like, if you want to do MLM, for example, and this is why a lot of MLM people will lose, is because they're not approaching it into their lifestyle. And I'm not saying this as if I know exactly what I am talking about. Again, this is me assuming where is it going to go. The reason for that is because people are not idiot. People are not stupid. They will caught up to you eventually. They will actually see what's happening. Eventually, a lot of people will go into the market, and guess what? The only people who will get the purchases are the people who are actually talking to another people, not just the branding nice, the logo is nice, the website is nice. My website is the most the most hideous website you could ever find. The coloring is so off, it's so distracting. I know it's distracting. There is a reason why I have it distract. Like, if you go into my sales, like even the sale icon, I changed the sale icon. I have my own icon on my website just to match the colors. And the colors are like, they're homey colors. I'm looking for the homey vibe. But nevertheless, at some point, this website will do nothing if I don't have a face behind it. And I guess eventually I will be the face of it. Now I need to consider handcrafting as part of my lifestyle. So the website can actually grow, and the website can actually expand. Give or take, this is what it is. This is what it is. This is what's going to be. Man, this is really nice. I did not expect. I didn't think about it that way. I've never thought about it that way. That, yeah, it's part of your lifestyle. Like for example, the people who go, not people, critics. The critics that go into restaurants and criticize the restaurants, right? And provide the ratings and all of that. Some actually will go there and tell them, hey, give us my name is blah 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 blah. I am a restaurant critique, and I write blogs about restaurants. Would you like me to write a blog about your restaurants? What kind of offer would you give me so I can pass it along to people so they can come to you and they will know they're coming from me? Or a discount code or an affiliate link where I can get money for people coming to you. You know what I mean? Like, it's simply you. You are the face of the business. Now that I think about it, this makes a lot of sense to me now. This makes a lot of sense to me. And like, you will have, so for example, if someone is like really interested in games, they will have like an affiliate link for a particular game for people to go ahead and buy. They're like, this is the review for my game, da 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 da. go ahead and buy it. Here's the link. If you'd like to support me, go through the link. You get what I mean? It's like almost monetizing your own knowledge. Recently, I've read a book, Crush It. I read Crush It, and that's why I'm right now in this mentality of thinking. It's like, okay, that's how they approached it. They actually learned it, and once they learned it, they actually provided the information for not necessarily for free, but they just kept talking about it and kept talking about it and kept talking about it, repeating it and repeating it and repeating it, and then eventually they provided a service or sold a book or created a website of a particular thing, whatever it is, it's there. The same goes with dropshipping. Dropshipping is the same style, same concept, same approach. It needs to have a face of the business and all of that. Maybe in the past few years it didn't need to, because not a lot of people know about other brands, but eventually people will figure it out. People will figure out this is the future. This is how. It's almost like MLM. People will eventually figure it out, and then eventually they will try to protect themselves from it by actually having a particular I don't know, but maybe we'll have a particular reference to the particular products that they want to buy, right? If you know what I mean. Like, so I don't know how the elimination process for a consumer would be for particular websites or dropshipping websites, because trust me, dropshippings are going to be all over the place. You branded or not branded, it doesn't matter. Matter of fact that you're using Shopify, it could be even worse. I'm assuming Shopify in the next few years is going to rise in price because of more and more people are actually going to do dropshipping. But the fundamentals of, or not the fundamentals, but the people who are actually creating websites and paying for Shopify stores and all of that, they won't be making any sales. And my assumption is they're going to be more fidgeted for them, or not. They're not going to be that strong in term of business thinking, in term of lifespan of a business or lifespan of a sales. Like they won't understand that, hey, in the summers the sales are low, but in the holidays, like the Santa raining money on you. They won't understand that. They will think yesterday is like tomorrow, tomorrow is like yesterday, a few days ago, ahead is going to be like last week. It won't work. Like, I can tell you, Saturday and Sunday for me are like the biggest sales, and guess what? Last few days there were no sales. I was losing money on the last week, last Saturday and Sunday. But they are where I get my money. I get my money from those days. Like, I specifically increase my budget, my marketing budget on Saturday and Sunday, because they actually make the sales, and I have proved it for a period of 2 months. And in the last week there were no sales. Well, there were sales, but there are low sales. So this is why I'm thinking about people are not interested in just buying the product anymore. People are actually interested in learning. And if they want to learn something, they don't want to learn it from Blueprint or whatever, like something just a random name found on in a business generator. No, they don't want to know that. They want to learn it from someone. They want to learn it from someone. I think that's where it's gonna go. I don't know. Again, I don't know how the consumers will actually notice now or realize that this store is a drop shipping store. This store is not a drop shipping store. Like, drop shipping will be in the mouth. It's going to be. It's almost like MLM. It's in the mouth. Drop shipping now is going to be in the mouth soon. When? That I don't know. But eventually it's going to be. The new generation is not stupid. It's almost like the millennium. The millennium already recognized the MLM. Generation, whatever, Z or Y or whatever it is right now. But they're going to eventually know it because, I mean, they're the TikToks of their own days. You know? And with that, I will stop my rant. Today is June 4th. I hope I shared something interesting, and I'm gonna try to actually make these much more organized because I really don't see anything to talk about. I'm gonna try to see if I can organize this and maybe put it on an organized matter. Again, I'm not gonna be editing it any time soon. I do remember I use my book. Again, my book is at the back. I'm not really grabbing it right now because I have nothing in it. Again, I don't want to share questions because I realize questions they're literally the same almost every day, every time, on the forums that I'm in, on the Facebook groups that I'm in. They're almost the same. People thinking about how my ad perform, can you check out my website, what's wrong with it, like they're almost the same. And I guess this information is already available. I'm not really going to talk about that stuff. I mean, I want to talk about things that are not available to everybody. I want to talk about things that are not, you can't just go to Jay Rich and find it, or Mr. Gabe and get it, you know what I mean, or Bezea or whatever it is you want to go and get from. With that, I will stop my rant. I've been 2 minutes ahead. Today is June 4th. My name is Mohamed, and take care, guys.